Hello, welcome to Construm GIS. So today I want us to talk about web scraping. What's web scraping? This is, according to Wikipedia, you can see this is extracting data from websites. And in our context, I want us to scrape some data and then convert it to be geospatial data so that we can use it in QGIS for visualization and working on various projects. So in this, we are going to use a few extensions, and also we're going to use Python, and also we're going to use QGIS for visualization. So the first thing you need to do is we need to go to Google Maps, sorry. So the data I need is for shopping malls around Nairobi. So I'm just going to come to malls in Nairobi, and once these malls have been loaded, I know there are a lot of them within the city, but I need to extract these malls so that I can use them in a project in QGIS. So once I've loaded these projects, I need to download an extension that I will use, or we will use in scraping this data from Google Map to a CSV file. So the extension is called Instant Data Scraper. And if you go to Chrome Web Store, just type Chrome Web Store. It's sort of a Play Store, but for extensions. So go to extensions, and then let's search for the Instant Data Scraper. Should be right. So what I realized is if you scroll here, you're not going to find it. But if you click on these no code data scraper and then scroll to the bottom, you should be able to find it. Click on it and install. In my case, I've already installed. Just add to Chrome, and that's it. It should look something like this. It's sort of a disk player, red and white. That's the instant data scraper. So once we have installed this extension, let's go back to Google Maps and let's extract these malls for Nairobi or wherever your area of interest is, whether it's schools, churches, hospitals, any data you need, you can just type and search it. So let's click on it, and this is the interface of the extension. So first thing that you should be keen on is that you should draw this red box around these malls to show that it's picking the right data. If it draws this red box across the whole screen, then you should redo it, close the scraper, and then reopen it, because this is what we are interested in. So you can already see that it has. Let's expand this. You can already see that on my top right, I'm having the pages scroll. It's the first page. It has 14 rows. And you can see this is the data that has already been added to this sheet. But what if I need all the malls? And I know this is it's going to have like a lot of pages. Maybe it can go up to 10. So the thing I need to do is I need to check this infinite scroll so that it can locate the next button. So when I start scrolling, you should be able to see that these pages are changing. It will move from the first page to the second to the third, onwards until it reaches the final page of the where the list of these malls end. So you can see it has already scrolled 60 items, 7 pages, until it keep going until the last page. So let me and then you can just stop. But for this case, once it gets to 10, I'm going to stop scrolling. So I have my data here. I have 82 items, 11 pages scrolled. So that's a lot of data. And I know there's a lot more to come. So what I need to do is I need to click on CSV, and I will have my CSV ready. So you can see in a matter of seconds, we have our data in CSV. You can see these are the malls. But someone wants to create some insights and visualize this data, you realize that, let me expand some of these columns. You will realize that you cannot visualize this on a geospatial software because it doesn't come with the latitude and the longitude values that we need, especially for CSV file in maybe QGIS or ArcMap. So the first thing you need to do, this is where we're going to use Python and try to find the coordinates of these malls. So you can see on my first column, if I click on one of these items, let's explore this item. You can see I have these coordinates. Here I have the latitude, and here I have the longitude. Let me expand these. Sorry. If I expand these, you should be able to see that here you can see I have these minus. Where is it? I have some of these. In these links, I have coordinates, the latitudes and the longitudes. So I'm going to use Python pandas to be precise. Pandas is a Python library that I'm going to use. So if you're not familiar with pandas, sorry, I must have typed my own things. Should be pandas, Python. So this is a library in Python that is used for data analysis. You use these to extract the coordinates from that link. So I've already written a short script, and I'm using a Jupyter notebook. So in this script, I'm using pandas. I'm importing pandas, and then once I've imported the pandas, I'm reading my CSV file. This is the file that we have just downloaded. And then I'm going to define a function that is going to extract the latitudes and longitudes from this URL. So this is the URL that we are interested in only. This is the only field that we need in this Python script. And once you have done that, you will split the URL into a latitude and into a longitude. And then with that, we'll create new fields called latitude and also longitude. And here you see I'm inputting the column that contains this link, these URLs. And in this case, we have to rename these. I want to rename these. These are the column names. So let's rename these to link. And then if I minimize these again, you can see I have some null columns. So I can delete these, because when you're doing data analysis, you need to ensure that you are handling the missing values correctly. Otherwise, you might run into some issues with how you process your data. So with this, I've renamed these. You can also rename some of these, like let's say I can name this name of the shopping mall. I think this is the rating, if I'm not wrong. And then I don't know what this is, so maybe this is a shopping. I can say shopping mall. Let me just name it type. And then I don't know what this is as well. So some of these fields, you can actually delete them. Like we can delete these, as well as these. I'm not sure what this is. So you can say maybe this is the road. I think these are the roads where these shopping malls are located. Maybe let's say this is the type of businesses that are within these malls. Let's just name them businesses. I think this is the open hours. Can just say them open, this for closed. I don't know this is, so we are going to delete this. And this link as well, we don't need this. Maybe install, you can say status or anything. So yeah, we can that. And this is the contacts, so you can say just contacts. Then with that, I think we can work with that. So once you have done this, just going to save this, just Control S. Remember to keep it CSV. So once you save it, you can just close it. I don't know if I saved. Let me check it again. I'm going to open it. Hopefully I saved it. Yes. So once you have saved it, you're going to come back to our code. Just copy the path to where the file is. And always when you're working with Jupyter, they don't use the backslash. This one, it won't work. Use the forward. Then here I'm defining the path where I want it to go to. I'm naming the file to mols. So if I run this, you see it's already done. Go back to here. I open the mols CSV. This is the file that has just been extracted. And you can see now we have the latitude and the longitude extracted from the URL. That's what you're interested in. Now with this, we have a data ready that you can visualize these mols on our Geospatial software. So let's go ahead and use QGIS. Let me remove some of these files that I was working with. So here, I'm just going to remove these. So the first thing we need to do is we need to add these quick map, base maps. And this is the OSM. If you don't know how to use these quick map services plugin, you can check out a previous video on how you can install the plugin. So next, let's add the CSV. I'm going to go to layer, add layer. I'm going to add a delimited text layer. I'm going to navigate to the path where I have the mols, and then click open. So the reason why we added the coordinates, the latitude and the longitude fields, because when you're adding a CSV file, you need to ensure that this field has been defined same as this Y field. Otherwise, if you don't have these two fields defined in your CSV, then you will not be able to visualize this data on a geospatial software. And this automatically takes the two fields in, same for ArcGIS, same procedure. So I'm going to click add. I'm just going to close. So you can see here I have my mols. I have, let's see, I'm going to open the attribute table, and I have 80 mols. So you can see with their attributes, some of these are null, which you can always, you can see now here we have sort of a new shapefile. We have just created a shapefile. And then just with these, you can create a better visualization, maybe change how this looks, the color. Just going to go to simple marker. I can do something sort of, I don't know. Let me just take a star. And I'm going to visualize it. I like blue. It's my favorite color. So just going to apply. Let's see how they look. I like the way they look. So with this, let me close this message. With this, you can see now we have your mols all visualized. Maybe we can increase their sizes. Let's make these to be maybe 5. Let's apply. 5 is too big. Maybe 4. I think 4 looks good. Yep. So here we have created a shapefile, we have visualized it, and we have seen that it actually, yes, I think it is, actually the mols are just right, because they all, from my experiences, they are just next to roads. Yeah, I think this is the, now with this, we can now create a shapefile, a JSON. Now, if you want to convert this CSV to a shapefile, you can just right click on the data and then export, save feature as, and in this you can choose the format you want. If you want S-ray, shapefile, you want JSON, you can just, depending on what you need, let's keep it S-ray. We're just going to name it, well, let me just name it, how? Let me just name it mols. I'm going to keep the CRS as the geographic. So I'm just going to press OK. So you can see now the mols, if I check the properties, it's a shapefile. We go to information, you can see we have a shapefile. And with this, you can use it to do now your project. So guys, that's how you scrape your spatial data, convert it into a shapefile by first creating the latitude and the longitude. And I hope you try this out. No need to worry about how you're going to access data. This is the easiest way to access the latest data because Google Maps is always up to data. Thank you guys, and have a nice day.